What's happening, people? I'm Dee, and you are at Divination with Dee, and I have not been on here in a minute. So I just wanted to say that, right now I'm really grateful because I was recently in the hospital, and that time in the hospital allowed me time to really, really sit and think. I was in the hospital for 5 days. Let me see. Yeah, more so 4, because I went in on Sunday, came out Thursday. And I probably watched TV for a whole 10 minutes of time that I was in there. Really tried to quiet my mind, excuse me, and do a lot of reflective work. And one of the things that kind of came to me afterwards, and I have notes. Y'all know I tend to like to write things down. I tend to like to write things down. So I do have my notes. But one of the things that came to me is, what is the difference between a 0 and an O? What is the difference between a 0 and an O? And I don't know how many people pay attention to this when this happens, but I remember being corrected about this when I was younger. You know how sometimes somebody may ask you for a phone number and you be like, such and such and such, oh, da 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 da. And the lady was like, okay, do you mean 0? And I said, well, that's what I said. She's like, no, you said a O. She's like, I understand a O is a letter. A 0 is a number. Duh. And it's not like we don't know that or realize it, but when we say certain things, we kind of intermingle the two. For some, unknowingly, we do this. And my mind, always, I really had a chance to tap into more of my higher self when I was in there. And some of the things that were coming to me after, just, because I changed up some of my practices when I got back to my place of residence. I'll say it like that. But one of the thoughts was, what's the difference between a O and a 0? And I know that in this matrix, sometimes we tend to look at people as, what role do you play in this matrix? Are you an NPC or other? Are you aware? So my thoughts kind of went to this as far as, and let me go to my notes, okay? As far as a 0, because this is a thing that I don't feel a lot of people may miss. If you're more aware, you get this, and you definitely understand this. Both a 0 and a O hold a numerical value. A 0 may not seem like it does, and a O may not seem like it does, but they do. In numerology, the O is the 15th letter in the alphabet, and 1 plus 5 equals 6. So it holds that numerical value for my people that are into numerology, like myself. Then you have O. O may not seem like it, 0. Zero may not seem like it has any type of numerical value, but referring to my notes, zero in many traditions would be considered as the cosmic womb, if you will. It's that beginning of life. It's that circle. When you think about the Viscus Pisces, it starts from one circle and another circle, or 1 0 and another 0, crossing over to have a center that has, so to speak, another 0. It's that mother principle. It's the beginning of something. It's like the initial egg, if you will, the start of life. And it may not seem like it. It's literally the state right before manifesting something. It's almost like the quietness that's there before the music hits. The stillness before the dawn. You know something is coming, you just don't know when or how. And so, 0 also in the Matrix is like considered that hidden code. It can be kind of like represented as the placeholder of reality. It's like that what's the word? That liminal space. It's like you have the unseen. It's that space between the unseen and the seen. From what's invisible to what becomes invisible. Did I say that right? No. From what's invisible to what becomes visible. Also, when you look at 0, it's like that reset. The point that you have where you just kind of like have everything cleared away. Like we're right now in year 9. And so we're about to go into that pause point after year 9, like very, very small space right before it hits year 1. You slide through that 0 point, the reset, that space that's supposed to be void or empty. If you think about the space in between each breath that you take, that 0 point is in between where you inhale and exhale. I'm sorry, my mouth is so dry. I would like to think that my mouth is dry. I feel like our ancestors kind of knew and understood the hidden secrets within that 0 point, that void or that darkness, and used it to create things that they wanted. Like, it feels like that was the point in which a lot of the intuition was sparked. The ideas for change happened, where your higher self may dwell. Looking at the number 6, based off of the O. Like I said, O and 6, O and 0 both hold a numerical value. So the O as a 6. 6 is all about, and I do have, I think, something in regards to the number 6 on this channel. But 6 is like the number of balance and harmony, the number for home and family. It's the number for responsibility and service. It's that nurturing and caregiving number, often representing like mothers, supportive energy, family, community. Anything that you can think of that, even when it comes to like nature, we always say Mother Nature because nature has this nurturing type of quality where when you're in nature, it tends to give to you and nurture your soul. It's the energy that you like to step into when you need comfort, when you need love, when you need compassion and empathy. It tends to be that quality where when we think of a mother, we think of someone who we'd like to believe is reliable, giving, compassionate, even if you didn't have it. But we all tend to have that peace in us. So if you're looking at, for me, what the question was, is what is the difference between a O and a 0? I feel like some people will discount the 0, or will say something like we are less than 0. Like there was this movie with Robert Downey Jr. called Less Than Zero. Really sad movie, but good. I think that we tend to sometimes equate ourselves with being zero, with being nothing, but not understanding the high value that zero has. And even the O. The O holds a quality that if we embrace it, we can give these things to ourselves. And we can find within the space of the zero before the point of manifesting something, a place where we can actually nourish ourselves, give ourselves things that we may lack or not be getting outside of ourselves, allowing our higher mind to actually be tapped into. And for that split second, find stillness in the knowing of something that is about to be birthed. There's a lot of value in the zero, just like there's a lot of value in the O. But if you don't understand the difference or know, I think there's a quality there that can be missed. Don't ever discount a zero or feeling like you are a zero. A zero can be one of the best places to be because, again, you allow yourself to reset whenever you need to. You allow yourself that space to be able to have that second of inspiration before something great manifests. And then with the O, with the numerical value of 6, that zero gets nurtured. That zero gets all of the compassion that it needs to be able to develop and grow into something genius. So I think that there's a great difference between the O and the zero. But it's nice understanding how we can kind of combine the two and understanding how we can actually use them to our benefit, especially the zero. Maybe somebody can use this when it comes to trying to manifest something, but, it's just something I was thinking about. Just what's the difference between the O and the zero? Just food for thought. Anyway, I'm Divination with D. Well, I'm D and you're at Divination with D. So hopefully you guys have been able to get something out of this. If you did, I'd love to get some feedback on it, on what your thoughts are, the difference between an O and a zero. Till next time, y'all be well.